Hey, 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 good morning. This is Henrik. It is Thursday, November 9th, 2017. I hope you're doing well. Life is a big mystery to me, and always will be, as I busy myself in my attempt to resolve some of these mysteries. There are mysteries in existence which don't have any limitations. They're like eternal mysteries. Love is the closest experience to understanding all those mysteries of existence. Because as far as the mind is concerned, and the heart is intent, it imposes limits and cannot somehow accept anything that is unlimited. Just think of the whole universe, this universe alpha that's observable with our giant and powerful telescopes. The mind can conceive of it as very vast, albeit in a very limited fashion. Perhaps the boundaries of this universe are not available to us now, but the mind finds it intrinsically impossible to conceive that there may be no boundaries at all, anywhere, and forever so. The universe apparently may have no boundaries. Life has no boundaries. Life exists eternally. Love has no boundaries. But our ego has plenty of boundaries. Boundaries to the left, boundaries to the right, boundaries up above, boundaries down below, and boundaries within, and boundaries without. So, let us strive to be good and intelligent within our mind and hearts, and let us decide to lay our ego finally to rest once and for all. And thus will our boundless soul, for the soul is boundless, rise from the ashes of that limiting, constraining, binding, and murderous ego. Our soul is made of love, and therefore it is made for love, and it was made by love, was it not? Our soul is love, all the way in every direction, and forever it is of love, for love, and by love. My soul, like your soul, therefore, is true love, truly love. Therefore, let us be for love. Let us raise our colors as champions for love. And nothing else, for love encompasses it all. I've been living my whole past life both in the favor and the grace of love, but also in the disfavor and disgrace of love. Like waves in an ocean, with their crests and troughs, or the ebbs and flows of tides, like us all of our souls are made of love. That's what a soul is. A soul is love. I encourage you, therefore, to go for what feels good to you in your heart of hearts. Naturally, above all, I encourage you to go for love. Now and always for love, because I know that unless you come to this crucial point in your life, where all else but love is like bland and boring, or downright like hell, if there is no love, you will never become a truly happily free and beautiful spirit unless you submit and give yourself completely over to love, and therefore live a life of the soul, which is a life worth loving and a love worth living. Wouldn't you say so? I'm not for religion, really, although there's some wisdom that can be found in the holy scriptures of all religions: Christian, Jewish, Hinduist, Buddhist, Mohammedanist. No, but I'm not for religion, though. I'm not for any cult that seeks to control our free impulses for pure creativity and impulsive and spontaneous behavior. So sorry if I'm not for religions, but I beg to differ from those mind-controlling institutions that have hijacked the great humble spirits, such as Jesus of Nazareth, known as the Christ, the light, the way, the resurrection, the truth, the humility and the love, or the Buddha, the enlightened one, the respectful one, the loving one, the bright one, or Krishna, or Lao Tse, or others whose philosophies these organized institutions, racketeering religions have kidnapped. Religions of all sorts, as well as most of the pseudo-religions of the great guru gods, Rajneesh, Purjneesh, and all the others. I remember I made fun of a guru of this beautiful British girl in Mexico City I'd spent the night with in the morning, and she threw me out and threw the chicken I'd brought her as well. It hit me with a big thump in the heart, 8 stories down below. Well, so be it. But all these gurus and religions, they just give us ready-made formulas, okay? Since we're so busy, have little time for the life of the spirit and the quest for our personal enlightenment, we accept those and drink them as a thirsty wanderer through the desert finally finds an oasis to quench his or her thirst. But the real experience of God, if you want to call life God, if you want to call love God, the real experience of life and love, and therefore if you wish to call those feelings and those realities God, then they lay in our hearts. No one can give us the feeling of love or the gratitude for life as can your own soul that animates your being. I can perhaps only show you a path based on some of the nuggets of wisdom I am sharing in these recordings these days, since last weekend, last Saturday, a day dedicated to the planet Saturn, until this morning today at 6:23 a.m. on Thursday, November 9th, 2017. Thursday, the day of the week we've dedicated to another large planet of the solar system named Jupiter. I can tell you this wisdom or that axiom of thought, but only you, in your heart of hearts, in your soul, can find your own truth and your own bliss. This can be done when you leave yourself free to experiment with your feelings inside your heart, whenever so inclined. Always follow your heart. Never follow the instructions or orders of others, of the intellect. Always follow your heart. That is probably the best piece of wise advice I can share with you. All that happens to us, to you, to me, to the other human beings here, emotionally and sentimentally, happens via us and through us and within us. So let love be our guiding light, and always follow the loving waves of our loving heart.